Hi everybody, my name is Christoph Radecker. I'm the founder of the Trading Pit, and I'm here today with my colleague Youssef and our trader of the month, and Francis from Canada. And thank you very much for coming. We're right now today in Dubai at the expo, and we flew Francis in to basically also help us to promote, to be honest, our brand. And thank you very much that both of you are here. Francis, hello.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here. Really, first time in Dubai, first time being flew from a respectable prop firm, so it's really an honor to be here. Yeah.
Actually, it's I appreciate so much your help today, even to answer many of interested people. Much appreciated. We honored it.
It was really very nice. First time in the expo as well. A lot of people, many opportunities, many people from different spaces in the trading industry. So yeah, really nice.
I mean, the Dubai Expo is huge. I mean, last week we have been or had been in Frankfurt at the World of Trading. Today, we are 2 days in the expo here in Dubai, and it's a huge expo. It's probably 7 times, 8 times, I think, bigger than the one in Germany. A lot of interested people, and but let's maybe get into this a little bit later. Youssef is our country manager for the MENA region. He builds up, let's say, our brand here in that region. So it's very special for us that we can be here today in Dubai and have you here.
Really, I am so proud that I am working with such company. Actually, I found it as a family.
Yeah.
And not just business and management there. So I am happy and proud, and I am very lucky that we are growing very fast. I didn't say that just of advertising us, but really it's going very fast because everything is taken consideration regarding legal-wise, regarding our business module. So I am happy to sit with you now and with Francis.
Let's talk about him a little bit. Huh?
Yes.
So Francis, basically you're a trader by 5 years. You do this basically all your life. You're a fully dedicated person when it comes down to trading. So what I'm trying to achieve with this interview is basically, I think the people are interested to learn more about you, a little bit of background. So you joined the Trading Pit, I would say, let's say a month ago, I guess. And in 18 or 19 trading days in our earning account phase, I think you made 99,000 euros, and that's why we thought, hey, this is such an interesting guy. Let's talk to him more. And today you're here, so maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. So as you said, I started trading about 5 or 6 years ago. I had this one friend that I used to play basketball with. So one day he just asked me about trading, about Forex. I knew nothing about it. He showed me profits, cars, the luxuries. At first, that was the thing that attracted me, of course. So this guy was with some company. They had a course, so I took their course. Not really the thing that I wanted personally, because it didn't teach really the real skill set of a trader. I'm the type of person that want to go really further. I want to have the real knowledge. And what I learned really quickly is that 95% of traders lose. So my thought immediately was, I cannot be similar to the other person. If I want to be successful, if I want to have the life that I want to have in this trading space, I have to do some stuff differently. So this avenue back in the day was the main avenue for traders to go with. So I just thought maybe go another route. This friend is still a friend right now, but trading wise was not the best decision. But life-wise, maybe the best decision, because it led me to trading and led me to where I am right now. So that was the start of it. After, of course, I had many mentors, many courses. I respect all of them. I'm really happy I took all of them because it built me into not the strategy, but the knowledge I have right now about trading and into the person I am. Do I use them all in my trading? No. I use specific thing. I took some things from each of them. It can be psychological, technical. I'm not really the type of trader that I use fundamental, but it helps to know a little bit about it. So yeah, so it's been 5 years, a long journey, and of course, those 5 years there was a lot of up and down, many down, but right now we're here and a great journey so far.
Okay. So what do you think was your, I mean, when I talk about trading, for example, I mean, and we as human beings, we only see the positive things.
Yeah.
So what was your best trade in your life so far?
The best trades, I wouldn't say there's a one best trades. It's one best week that I had. It's a personal account. I had 1K in it and I grew it to 18K in 1 week. But that was also the worst trade because I did it so fast that I thought I was on top of the world. So like we discussed earlier, I lost this account like in 2 or 3 days after. So of course, it showed me the skill set. It showed me the potential that I can make. But it also showed me that risk management, just to be more confident in myself about it and what it can lead to is really a big part of it. So as I said, it's the best and worst of my trading career so far. For potential.
It's quite interesting, right? Because a good trade, and Yusuf, you know this as well, I believe. I mean, you can be on such a good streak, winning streak, and you do it not 1 day, not 2 days.
Yes.
It could be even a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then there's this one event, maybe in your personal life, maybe whatever happens, and this small, really little thing can basically become this butterfly effect that you basically burn your account in the morning. It happened to me as well, and this is the reason, to be honest, why why we wanted to start the trading pit, because in essence what we do is we give traders, let's say, guidance. We educate them how to basically trade in the kind of risk parameters, because other than that, I believe nobody is in the long run mentally so strong to basically keep in this, let's say, barriers, though it sounds negatively. And next to that, I believe it's pretty or even impossible that if you don't have, let's say, help, maybe it's a risk manager, maybe it's a team around you, if you really trade volume and size, that you're mentally able to basically to maintain that performance.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, let's say, can we a little bit talk about your approach in trading, because I think you said you mix a little bit of different things, psychology for sure, risk management. What I know, let's say before, what we know is that you are holding trades long. You have a tight stop, but you are basically you want the trades, let's say, have time to really run in your favor. And Yusuf, you also wanted to say something.
Actually, because I know that you love the dollar yen and you're always trading dollar yen, since many weeks I tell my followers, because I do a webinar for MENA region in Arabic, so I tell them dollar yen, I see it's till 105.8. 148, not pound yen. Pound yen, I think it's now.
It's higher.
Yes. So what I want actually to ask you, and keep in mind once we are at the expo, to give all whom will listen to us a few briefing about your routine when you're trading. Yeah, most of beginners and even experts, sometimes I believe the successful one have a routine in his day which mixing with his trading, so at the end he being a successful one. So can you give us a briefing?
Yeah,
so maybe it's a good.
So about the routine for the day, I'm not the type of person that will eat a lot during the day, not in terms of quantity I speak, but in terms of let's say breakfast, dinner. I usually have 1 or 2 meals a day. That's it. The reason I did this is really because it kept me disciplined in this space, in the eating space, I could say. It's one of my mentor who told me this. If you can be disciplined in stuff you don't like to be disciplined in, you're gonna be disciplined in the stuff you like to be. So let's say if you don't like to be training in the gym, go every day for an hour. If you don't like anything, just do it every day. So you're disciplined in this space. So it's gonna be just easier mentally to be disciplined in the thing you just want to be really disciplined with. So yeah, so the first thing is eating. I try to train a little bit every day, not necessarily big training, but just keeping in shape. So mentally, it's really the eating part, not to lose weight or anything, just to stay sharp mentally and train a little bit. So this is the routine.
And during your lifestyle day, you go and see the chart, and or you didn't mix your life with the charts. Yeah, you stop your special life or your own life. With the trading.
I have some alerts on my charts, and I also have some hours I'm going to be on the chart. So
some alerts, which mean you set indicators, sent you alerts about specific level at the chart, or what you mean?
Not indicators on trading view. I just set alerts.
Set notification.
Notification on certain price. When it hit, go on a chart.
And before receiving the notification, you never go to the chart to not...
except when it's my hours. So I have 2 times. If it hits the notifications, or if it's between my hours. So I have 2 times I could trade, either really late at night. So this is New York time. So let's say about 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. or between 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Those are my best time to enter the trade. After, of course, I can keep the trade much longer. As Christoph said, I can take, let's say, a position at 9 o'clock. I usually have my stops around 10 to 15 pips. Very rare that it's bigger than this. And I try to aim for like 1 to 4, 1 to 6, something like this. If more, great. But I will let the trade play no matter how much time it takes. So if it takes an hour, great. If it takes a day, it takes a day. So I just let it run, let it play. So for the routine about trading, it's really about the bigger time frame for me, the monthly, the weekly. The way I learned this approach is about what we call the BFI, so bank and financial institutions. So I want to try to follow them, follow their footprint. So in my mind, I don't think the big players in this game are in the micro, small time frame. I think they control the game in the long term. So that's where I want to keep my game at. So if they're on the monthly, if I see them bullish on the monthly, I won't necessarily try to sell every day on this pair. So I try to be positioned like them. So it makes more sense to be in this direction. So the overall direction is for me on the monthly for sure.
It's quite interesting, to be honest, because I mean, banks really don't scalp. They don't HFT more or less in the forex world. You know, it's really they are on a swing basis. You trade probably for the week or even longer. Yeah, they don't trade, let's say, for a 10 pip gain.
Yes,
that's true.
So I will have 3 bias on the monthly. I will have bullish, bearish, or potentially reversing. So bullish, of course, I would be more inclined to buy. It doesn't mean I won't ever sell, because of course the markets, it's up and down. But my bias would be more high probability and my sell with low probability. So as soon as I take the trade and I have my bias in mind, I know if it's a high probability or low probability, and it's a done next mentality. So I take the trade and I don't worry about the outcome if I follow my rules. So of course I'm human. Of course sometimes I can revenge trade or trade on my emotions. I try not to. So if I follow my rules, the loss is a great loss for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's really beautiful,
Yes.
because this is also something what I've seen. Basically watching or having a look at your trades, and it's very clean. It's not over trading. It's you enter, you have your stop, you don't move around the stop. Let's say 5 times the minute or whatever. It's in there, and it's interesting to see. To be honest, it's very interesting to see.
The stop is there for a reason. In my mind, you have to be a stop. You have to have a stop for risk management purpose. And for me, it's 2 reasons. If I lose a trade, it's either the direction or the timing. So if it's the timing, maybe I can re-enter if there's another great signal that provide me. Or if it's the direction, so I go take a look at the monthly, the weekly, to help me maybe better understand. Maybe I didn't understand fully at the first. So if I was wrong about the direction, maybe I can flip my position right away or wait for a better signal on the opposite side. So I wouldn't say it's over trading if it's the timing, because I can re-enter maybe 2-3 times if I think I'm in the right direction. But of course I won't overtrade like 6, 7, 8 times. I have like 1 signal, 2 signal, maybe 3 signal possible for my system. If it doesn't work, and I wait for the next opportunity after this.
Actually, I want to ask you something, because you say at the beginning you get through many of people which offer educated. So I believe that you build your own strategy. Yeah. So your own strategy, we are not here not to talking about it, but can you give me briefing or give us briefing about what school you mix? It's classic with volume, is classic with which kind of schools you are following?
Yeah,
and you feel comfort with it?
It's a mix of a lot of things. I could say, first of all, the BFI I mentioned earlier, I try to follow them a lot. So my time frames are like monthly, weekly. I got the 12-hour, 4-hour, and my entries are most of the times on the 15 minutes. This will be my signal entry. For my analysis, I have some technical tools. I don't have any indicators.
Price action is one of your favorites?
Price action, pure price action.
So you are the one which see a candle maybe, so you feel that it maybe change the direction and...
Yes.
I love the price action.
There's a lot of times that I will buy or sell during the candle formation because I see the candles, it has reached a certain level. So
it's time to gain benefit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a clear set of rules that I have to follow. It's more of a understanding of the market. So I understand where the liquidity is. And right today I was discussing with another trader who said he doesn't understand why his stop loss are always hitting. So I said, you got to see where the stop loss of people are. So if you're able to see where people are putting their stop loss, you know the big players, the BFIs, however you want to call them, they want to kick people out of their trades to enter themselves after. So if you're able to see where stop loss could be, maybe you can enter there. So if they kick people out right there, maybe this is your entry. This is your signal to enter.
isn't this ICT concept or so?
There's some ICT concept. There's many courses I took. So.
It's called order block or something like this. No, is it? There's an order. I saw some videos, to be honest, and this is not something what I'm familiar with, but I know that there are some order block indicators, whatever. No, isn't this?
Yeah, I think also maybe SMC, smart money concept.
Yeah, a lot of concepts. So order block, I don't want to go really into it because I'm not an expert at it. This is not something I really use. I more use buy zone, sell zone. So my buy zone, sell zone, if I see there was what I call a footprint. So this is the equivalent to a break of structure for me. So if there was a buy zone, sell zone created, for me, if it comes back to this, my only question is, are the BFI going to add more position there? If not, I cannot do anything about it. So if they add more, this is a winning trade. If they don't, this is a loss.
When you are talking about liquidity, you make me remember one of experts say, and I love what he say. He said, you will never know your timing to go to the market is correct or wrong. But maybe if you can follow when liquidity will be, so you will be doing good. So you believe in that?
Yeah. There's a lot of timing about it. There's a lot of understanding where the stop losses are. So if you're able to understand when and where the volume is,
yes,
there's
that
a lot
is the main point for
I love the sentence what you said. Basically, is if these BFI if they basically let's say bring more positions on, that you're in and you participate. If not, basically you're out. And this is something basically this is a make or break thing, which I love. And I love that you basically come from a higher time frame. You have the 12-hour chart, 4-hour chart, and you execute in this 15 minutes. Because one thing I wanted to mention is nowadays, especially in futures trading, there's a lot of people talking about volume trading, market profile, volume profile, and they're all basically trading often, not all, but often trading in the small time frames, a minute bar, let's say a smaller range bar. And to be honest, if there's just one guy who had a bad day, presses, let's say, his 20 contracts out of it, short term, it could be really a great signal, but it doesn't mean anything. But in the bigger picture, I think it does. So a trend in the bigger time frame is way more strong than a trend in a shorter time frame. And I think this is very good. This is also what I liked about your approach, because again, it's not, and this is maybe something for everybody to learn, also for me, it's not to let's say 20 trades per hour. Get stressed, have risk always on for sure, because
it's a lot of stress.
Because you're relaxed. I mean, I'm kind of jealous there, I have to say, because I'm a guy, I was always in, out, and for sure doing super great. But overall, I mean, the amount of stress is big. And when we talk about maybe a little bit of work-life balance, I know that you have a life partner, girlfriend in Canada. So maybe how do you manage that?
Basically, I was always a little bit self-employed. So about 6 years ago, I had a gym business. I was training people. So I had time to study. I had time to make my own schedule. So if one day I knew I had something big, I would just go there. So after this, I had a marketing agency. I always was self-employed, so it gives me the freedom to study, to take the time to trade however I want. And I'm really lucky to have the partner that I have. She's really supportive about my lifestyle, because as trader, we know this is really tough for the schedule. You sleep late, you wake up early. Sometimes you're stressed, sometimes you're nervous. So having someone who support yourself and understand yourself is amazing, and it keeps you
pushing you.
It keeps pushing you to be better, to be not only a better person.
So you can say that you are lucky.
I'm very lucky. So
greetings to Canada.
So how I manage my personal life is basically right now I'm full-time trading. I'm coaching a basketball team. I also always have my marketing agency on the side because it's something that I like.
In MENA region, we say touch wood. So
yeah, of course.
I
Yeah, so I basically manage my own schedule because everything that I try to push, I will push very hard to it to succeed. So if something works good, it's because I put the effort, and after I can maybe manage my schedule, as I said, not work for a certain day, and keep the trading my priority as well.
and let's say to all of listening to us that you trade to live and to have better life.
Yeah.
Because most of beginners and most of traders, they are setting on their life for trading,
Yeah.
not for the life, and that is the whole bad situation happen actually.
I think you're very right. What's your goal?
To be free of anything, any decision. If I want to do something, I just do it without any thoughts or any stress.
But here, when you decide to be free and to have your own work from anywhere, we have to tell also the beginners, because many of people saw and they are in a special field or something that as soon as they know the forex, so they will be free. So we have to tell them you work hard until you reach to this kind of.
It's really hard.
Yes.
And I won't say I'm here already because it's a big journey. And
Yes.
I could have
And we are all proud of you.
next week. So I don't know, but
I hope not.
Yeah, I would not myself also. But it's a big journey. It was really hard. As I said, it's been about 5 or 6 years that I'm training. The first 2 or 3 years were not profitable at all. In fact, it was a big business expense as I see it. And after it was more big ups, big downs. I had many payouts with prop firms. It can be 50K, 70K. Some were denied, some were closed. I had some good experience, some bad experience. But overall, I'm always grateful for this journey because the trading journey is a life journey, in my opinion, because it builds you mentally, it builds you psychologically into much bigger thing after. Yeah.
So you say that you love to be free.
Yeah.
That means that we were never planning for doing something like academy, something like be mentor for traders or free. That means that you will trade with yourself, doing your stuff and enjoy your life. Yeah.
No, of course.
What you are saying?
I love teaching. I started teaching trading a couple months ago. It's something that I really love. Being free is more about traveling, spending times with the people that I love. But training is my passion. So there's no amount of hours of times that I won't spend either for myself or for others for trading. It can be education or for trading myself. Yeah.
I feel that I need many days to talk with you because I think when you trade and talk with expert, for me, I am trading with you, treating with you as expert. Yes,
Thank you.
we can say that yes, you are, because you're doing in consistent way, and that's what we are seeking for is consistent trader. Because people thinking that trading is just make profit. No, it's not just make profit. It's know how to maintain your profit to be stable or to be scaling.
Yeah, and consistent for me doesn't mean having like a 95% win rate. You gotta be realistic. So even for myself, I don't know my percentage. I don't care if at the end of the day I make money or not. This is the end goal for me. So I know some months I have maybe a win rate of 70%, sometimes 30%. And at the end of the month, I look, did I make money? or not? Was I profitable? Did I follow my rules? So the whole consistency rules is really about did you follow your own system? So
the main point for you is follow the rules. Then at the end of the month, you see how you make.
yeah, because
Good.
For me, you cannot see every trade for it. You got to see a series.
It works for you, you know, because you're not in need to trade with high probability because you let the winners run.
Yeah.
You know, because if you, let's say, have a risk reward which would be, let's say, negative, you have a higher risk than the reward on a trade, you are forced to basically have a high win rate.
Yeah.
And this basically makes you feel comfortable because you let the winners run and you cut losses relatively quick.
Yeah.
One question, please. Why do you just trade one pair? I mean, to me, you know, when we talk about you trade dollar yen, but to me, I mean, why not trade euro dollar or let's say dollar Swiss? So something like the major pairs, because euro dollar most traded pair. So to me, it's why? Yeah.
The first part of your question, why one pair? I will never be, but I try to be an expert at it. I try to learn the pair as much as possible. I try to learn how much pips per day this pair moves. I try to learn when this pair moves, what session. So this gives me the confidence to trade this pair. And I don't want to be the type of person that dabbled into like 15, 20 pairs and just doesn't know the movement. I treat it might sound funny, but I treat this pair like my child. So I know this pair, I know his movement, I know his habits. And why dollar yen? I was trading GBP, GPY before, but the thing is,
way more noisy, right?
Yeah, very volatile. Don't get me wrong. I like a pair that is volatile because I can make some pips out of it. But what really changed the game for me is the future correlation for the pair. So USD/GPY, I understood way better the correlation with the 6J on the future aspect of it. So it's not about entries, it's not about zones or anything or analysis on the future.
It's volume.
It's more about the footprint chart and the cumulative delta. So for the direction, and after I go on my chart on TradingView to analyze the pair. So it's really for this one pair. If I do this whole process for 12 pair, I will get
you
lost.
don't even have the data, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you futures wise, maybe you have 2-3 futures which are, let's say, there's volume, then you have the dollar index, but that's it. And then the pound yen or euro yen. I mean, it's such a mix of, let's say, currencies. It makes it's very hard to trade.
And I try to trade the US30 as well for a couple of months because it became so popular all of a sudden. But you got to see what works for you, what you understand better. And for me, it was USD/GPY. Does it mean that I can only trade USD/GPY? No. Of course, my understanding of the market is the market itself. So if you give me any chart, I will trade it. But I prefer to understand it clearly as I try to be an expert at it.
I mean, currencies, in my opinion, have one advantage over any index, that they are not really, let's say, so volatile than normally let's say like US30 or something like this. And
also maybe also because dollar yen feel it's clear when it's go to direction, you know that yes, it will be continue in this direction. And I'm not talking about when it's changes the direction completely, because always it's corrections, but it's take rally and clear vision, and you like swing. So I think it's your lifestyle what you want.
Yeah, and that's why I chose a GPY pair, because they move a lot and they move for a long time. So that's more my style.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about this style, how you passed the journey with us. Because it's it was interesting for us. So what we try at the trading pit, we want to when you pass our challenge, we want to give you opportunity in this earning account. So it's basically that we pay you out quickly, and that you make money with us and through trading. And so we haven't seen though yet. I have to tell you frankly that we haven't seen anybody who is now at level 8, I believe, who basically punched through the levels. And for us, it's very good to assess then the trader. You know, we put in these levels to be able to assess the trader, how much we basically copy him, how much exposure we can give him, to learn more about him. That's the reason why we have these levels in there. And so how was this? Because I know from the journey, I know that you have been in contact a lot with our support, with Andreas especially. Yeah. I think that the first 3 levels you passed, I believe, in 3-4 days, and we didn't pay you out, right? Because we just pay basically every Friday. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this part was a little stressful because, as I said, I was working with other prop firms earlier that closed or denied payouts for stupid reason. But when I passed level 1, 2, 3, I was texting Andreas, when will I receive the payout? When will I receive my money? But it was really quick. It was
so he was Andreas in person, not in the normal support. He was Andreas in person. You emailed him.
Yeah, on
he was connection with
on Discord. Yeah, exactly.
On Discord.
Yeah, we were
Andreas doing well at Discord.
Very well. He's doing a lot of support. So I was talking with Andreas about it. He just reassured me about the whole situation, and I think the next Friday or something, I received the money. But
you received all in one, no? Or was it 2 hours?
In 2, because while waiting for the money of the 1, 2, 3 levels, I also passed 4, 5, 6. So
we didn't manage to catch you.
So I received the other part.
Swift banking system was quick enough.
And you were really accommodating about it, because I think you send the money on the Tuesday or Wednesday, just to make it faster. But the whole process was really, really clean, really fast. The support was there, as we talked for Andreas. I really have anything wrong about
his
it.
Answering for you make you feel comfort and feel.
Of course.
Yeah, I can understand it's a lot of money, and basically others didn't pay him, so it was important.
Yeah, I had many situations that I didn't get paid, so it was not stressful, but I wanted to know for sure. As you said, it's a lot of money, so you don't want to make any change in your life or any
you need a serious partner, right? I mean, this is, and honestly, this is the reason why we went into this business. Yeah, we wanted to become a serious partner of trading. Is challenging.
Yes, and we are not seeking for gambler actually.
Yeah, and the biggest part for me personally, with the trading pit, is the scaling plan. There's a lot of companies that offer accounts to trade with, but the trading pit, their scaling plan, you can grow really professionally. I won't say quickly, you have to follow your rules or anything, but you can grow, let's say for the VIP account, you can grow up to $5 million. So this is where you're professional. This is what you should aim for as a trader, to have a lot of capitals. And it's, as we talked earlier, it's really hard to trade a small personal account. So,
and that's exactly what I'm hoping for, that we find really a lot of people globally who understand our idea here, that you basically don't have to go crazy on the leverage, you know, that you don't have to be all in and hope for the best, but that you can, because then let's say you have a 1 million account, you don't have to go crazy. You can, let's say, trade with a leverage of 3 and make a really good living. Everybody, let's say, has an advantage, has a positive, we make money, you make money, and in the end, you know, we need also the profits of very good trader to pay out the losses, to be honest, but also the traders who do not succeed in the earning phase. You know, because we route it through, and that's for sure stuff, parts of our business model, that we want to be aligned and don't want to play games.
And especially with the one-step challenge, you don't want to attract gamblers or anything.
Yes, and that's why even we doing trailing.
Yeah.
Because people sometimes talking, why you making? Look, now they start to understand that we build a strong business module, so we are caring about risk management. So we are exist for long life, but before we are suffering to let them know. I am seeking, as a company, seeking for consistent traders. So if you are doing profit gradual, so trailing will not be bothering you because
I mean,
it's
and this
move.
can change, and I believe that this really can change your life. You know, I mean, if you don't, let's say, leave the gambling aside, and you go in essence really on a consistent approach, what you have, I mean, and you don't, let's say, risk, let's say, a huge amount of your account. I mean, there won't be anything what can stop you, and this is truly what I believe is where our spot is of our firm is really this long-term relationship what we want to have.
Yeah, I have a question and want to answer it honestly, please.
Go ahead.
During your journey with us for the first 7 level, did you put in scenario which you said in yourself and inside yourself, oh, I hit the trailing? Or you didn't go with
for myself, since I'm on the VIP account, it's trading on closed trade.
Yes.
So
you didn't feel at all.
I didn't really feel it.
You was relaxed.
And it comes back to the mentality I have about trading. So if it's a loss, it's a loss. And as Christoph said, I really let my winners play out. So even if let's say I could be on my last percent of drawdown, I know I can make it back because I let my winners play.
And we have seen it, to be honest. I mean, we've seen it, you know. I mean, this is, I mean, sadly, I mean, maybe we can kind of build it in. But Francis, he had 4 or 5 losers, and he cut the losers really quickly.
Yeah.
But then there was, I believe, one trade which consisted of, let's say, two positions or 3, and he just let it run, and basically all the pain before was gone. He hit the profit target, and that's it, you know. And that's really something which is really, I mean, which gives you comfort, I believe.
Yeah, if we're being honest, sometimes I can lose 9, 10 trades in a row, and just make it back in one trade because I let the winners run. And right now I'm risking about 0.5% per trade. And people gotta realize the same click you do on the, let's say, the 100 account, 100,000 account, is the same click you're gonna do on the $1 million account. It's just the lot size will be bigger, your results will be bigger. So you don't gotta rush to get there because the same click will get you so much more money if you respect the game, if you respect your journey, and if you follow your system.
I also respect our money, to be honest, because this is sometimes what. So we learned as well. Okay, I mean, because every trade is different. There is not, let's say, I believe there's not something to everybody. Simply has a different approach. Is mentally different. Whatever. I think psychological strength is super important, but that's probably the common thing. But other than that, we learned as well. So, so what we did with you, and this is maybe just I want to be very transparent. So basically, Francis was super successful, and as I said, in 18 days you ramped up to I say level 8 now. And what we did, instead of give you leverage 1 to 30, I believe we gave you 1 to 10, right? So this is a change what we really then discussed with him because I said, you know what, you're so successful right now. Emotions go crazy. There's a 100K now. And in Canadian dollars, it's even more. There's a lot of money right now in your bank hit in 2 weeks. So let's ride the pony a little bit slower and until it's a little bit more stabilized. And this is something what I wanted to mention for me in the let's say kind of lost things. It's a journey where we are together in. You know, it's not something. Let's say we are really aligned. We are really aligned. We want to make you basically have a future with us. We offered you basically a job as well, that we hire you. You said you have your own company in Canada, so maybe next time. But overall, it's what I want to say. It's really to build a common foundation to work together long term. And for me, I would like to thank you very much until now, and also for taking the time. And Yusuf, do you have anything else?
Yes. Can I ask another two questions actually?
Go
So
ahead.
something I want to add it because now it's first time I know from Chris that you decided to change some of your trades and open vice versa direction.
Yeah.
So that's main important for traders to be professional is always to be flexible to take the correct decision. But tell me, because that most of traders feelings, I believe that some days you decided to change directions, but when you change direction, it come back again. I believe that it's happened.
Yeah.
So you ever feeling that you are feeling sorry that you didn't feel patient, or you feeling no, I was correct and I should be flexible? What's your feeling actually?
Yeah, so sometimes it's really hard on the feelings, but you just gotta trust yourself. If let's say for the direction, I was on a buy and it hit my stop loss, and I switched for a sell, and it hit again my stop loss to go for a big buy. It happens. I cannot do anything about it. It's the decision that I took. Of course, it's frustrate me a little bit, but if it keeps frustrating me, it will affect my trading after this. So I gotta stay sane about it and keep moving. And I try to move away from many fears in trading. So fear of missing out, fear. For me, a big one that is not mentioned enough is fear of of losing what's floating. So this is big. Let's say you're floating $20,000, but the next 15 minutes, hour, you can be the opposite completely. So this is a big fear people have, and this is as we discussed. I let my winners play out. So I don't go break even often. Let's say I'm up 30, 40 pips. I understand where I enter would be where the BFI would add position. So maybe they want to come back and add more position. So I don't want to go break even too quick to just let it run further. Yeah, so you just got to accept when you're wrong, I think.
Okay, forgive me for the last question.
Go ahead.
I want to know actually how you find our company, how you find it. For sure, it's something related, maybe search, or it's something related advertise you see. And when you find, what make you decide to go through us?
Yeah, how I found it, I think it was on Instagram, some ads, because as we know, when we're searching for things, I was searching for a good prop
so it's
firm.
come to you, pop.
Yes, exactly. So I was searching for a good prop firm because I was
you mentioned good prop firm.
No, I was just searching prop firm.
I want to know exactly the steps actually, because it's that point which I'm talking about. It's now many traders talking about it. How I can find the correct company.
I was searching names of prop firm. So
you find the trading pit.
Yeah.
Then you go through the website.
I went to the website, and as I said earlier, the main thing that
it's organized and it's simple. You didn't like simple, the busy
organized, and you see clearly the step you have to take. And the biggest thing for me was the scaling plan.
And the rules was clear for you.
Yeah, so I wasn't lost on anything. I wasn't lost on so many different accounts.
You read about the management. You have a look about the management, who is the management for the company. And you search it for them.
Yeah, I read about the facts, the team, everything. So I won't mention the name of other company, but there's some prop firms that they have so many options for accounts that you get lost. So they have like 5 different options, and inside the options they have different options. So this is really hard to.
Sometimes many options make you feeling lost. I understand you.
So I just want to go with something clear. The trading pit was clear for me. There was support. and there was a good scaling plan that I wanted to use. So
And it's nothing related to the color vibes.
Sorry?
It's nothing related to our color vibes. The purple.
So we love
it's a great color.
In the
It's a
beginning,
great
to be
color.
honest, we loved these colors.
Yes.
But it's,
Yeah.
but today, nowadays, a lot of firms are using these colors more and more, I believe. And then
Yeah.
kind of mixed a little bit because every website now looks kind of similar. Or it's, I mean, our logo, I love it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
It's simple and
and the name I love as well.
yeah,
So
it's a great name, catchy name. So
For me, I was very lucky to see you today at Dubai, and for me also, I thank you so much for all efforts you are doing with us, and you never being like a guy which say I am coming to attend the invitation or something. No, you was like one of our family.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, and actually. I feel comfort against you, and I love to see you always successful in not in trading, in all your life.
yeah, thank you very much, and
thank you to sharing me this opportunity, Christoph.
and for myself, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be here in Dubai, to be with you guys. I'm really thankful. So I want to thank you guys for this.
Thank you for
thank you for coming, to be honest. And this is what it's all about with the Trading Pit, is that really people like you basically change your life, but also give us a reason to work harder.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.